Renee Swope, and I am honored to be the final guest in Karen's 12 Days of Christmas Giveaways. As you can see, it is not quite beginning to look a lot like Christmas around here. In fact, it's December the 8th, and I'm just taking down all my fall decorations and beginning to put up touches of Christmas. As I was taking down my fall decorations, I noticed this key word, and it was up on my mantle here, and I decided that this is the gift that I need more than anything this Christmas. And I'm wondering if you need it too. It's grace. God's unmerited favor. We're not really good at giving ourselves a lot of grace as women. In fact, we can be really hard on ourselves. We have such high expectations of all that we should be and all that we should do, and then comes Christmas. I mean, our lives are already so full and so busy, and we're stretched between responsibilities and relationships and all of the roles that we have. And it's easy during this time of the year to just feel exhausted and overwhelmed, and then to feel guilty that we're not able to do it all. And so what I want to encourage you to give yourself this Christmas is grace. A few years ago, I needed an extra dose of grace. I had put overwhelming expectations on myself and on what Christmas was supposed to be like. I was tangled up in Christmas lights and preparations and parties and planning, and we had a big Christmas, our biggest Christmas ever in the time that we'd been married. Between Christmas and New Year's, all of JJ's family and my family were coming in town, and we were going to be hosting Christmas dinner. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to have people in our home. But sadly, by the time they all got there, I could not wait for them to leave. I was so stressed out. And on Christmas Day, it was so loud. All the holiday noise, all the people, grandparents taking naps on the couches, and lots of gifts. I had a very full house, but honestly, I had an empty heart. And I think it's because I put my hope in all of those details filling me up, and they just couldn't. I remember sneaking up to my bedroom, trying to get away from all the holiday noise and all the people. And I took my Bible with me, and I sat down up in my closet of my bedroom so I couldn't hear anybody. And I read some of the Christmas story to help put my heart in a better place. And I remember opening up to Luke chapter 2. In verse 7, it says, "While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born. And she gave birth, Mary, she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. And she wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger." As I read those words, I closed my eyes and I pictured Mary wrapping baby Jesus in the corner of those cloths like a gift, and then placing a gentle, sweet kiss on his forehead, almost like a beautiful bow on that perfect gift. And I closed my eyes, and as I pictured that, I just sensed the Lord whispering to my heart, "Renee, you're so empty and frustrated and disappointed because you've forgotten to open the most important gift, to unwrap the gift of my presence in the midst of all these people and presents." And so that day I asked him to show me what that meant. And I remembered a verse in Matthew 11:28 where it says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary, and I will give you rest." And I was weary, and I felt guilty for being weary, and I needed grace. Jesus came to us so that we could come to him. And this Christmas, he wants us to come to him again and again so that he can give us rest. And I believe there's 3 ways that he wants to give us rest. Rest in his plans when our plans aren't going well. That we remember his promise in Jeremiah 29:11 that he knows the plans he has for us. But after that promise in 29:11, it's verse 12 through 13 says that we will seek him and we will find him when we seek him with all our heart. And so we discover God's best plans for us as we seek him every day, surrendering our plans for his. Also, he wants us to receive the gift of his presence. That we would just be still and know that he is God. That we would remember Emmanuel, our God with us. And that we would rest in his presence throughout this season. That we would have pauses in our days to just be with him and to just thank him in the midst of all that we're doing, that he is Emmanuel, our God with us. And the final gift of rest he wants to give us is the gift of his promises, that we would rest in his promises. In Romans 15:4, it says that the scriptures are so important. It says, "For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through endurance taught in the scriptures and the encouragement that they provide, we might have hope. God's word is full of promises to give us hope. And so as we go through this Christmas and through this busy month, let's remember that Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary, and I will give you rest." I'll give you rest in my plans as you surrender yours. I'll give you rest in my presence as you are still and remember that I am God, Emmanuel, your God with you, and as you rest in my promises. Everything that was written in the scriptures was written to give us encouragement and to give us hope. As we head towards Christmas and towards a new year, I want to invite you to have a confident Christmas in the midst of God's grace and to begin a confident new year. And I'm going to be giving away 3 copies of my book, A Confident Heart, where we're going to learn together how to live with God's confidence by overcoming guilt-induced doubt and experiencing grace-induced confidence. I'll be giving away 3 copies, 1 for you and then 2 for some friends. Also some chocolate and a Starbucks gift card. And after this video, you can find out details of how you can enter to win. Thanks for joining me today, and have a Merry, Merry Christmas.